Hey guys, what is going on? Justin Masson here with Nintendo Dads, and here with a Let's Play review preview, if you would, of Treasure Stack. That is Treasure Stack. There it is. There's a logo. Appreciate it. Treasure Stack, and big thanks to the developer Pixelake for actually sending us over a review copy about a week early, so we appreciate that. We're just getting this review out to you now. We got a couple options here. We're going to jump right into solo mode. Now, I've been playing solo mode for a little bit. Truth be told, actually, my capture card broke about 2 weeks ago, so I had to wait for my capture card to come back for me to do some recording. So obviously, I had an opportunity to play a little bit of Treasure Stack before my capture card showed up, boom, here we are. So I have unlocked a little bit of the game already. So we're jumping into it right away. Fairly easy concept, right? I think if you are a fan of puzzle games, match games, you know, obviously Tetris 99 is kind of popular right now, but those kind of Dr. Mario-esque games, I think this is definitely in your alley or kind of in your interest. Now, I'm going to tell you off the hop, it's a very different idea. It's a different concept, right? So here you are as kind of a stacker, a treasure stacker, if you would. And these loot boxes, these treasure boxes are falling down to you, different colors, and you have the ability to do a couple of things. You can grab them, actually like send a grappling hook and grab them and bring them down faster. That's kind of like your fast drop move. But ultimately what you want to do is you want to pair a treasure box, with a key of the matching color. So we can see in this situation here, we have a maroon key coming down. So if I have a maroon box, I would want to make those things connect. And when you do that, you unlock a treasure chest and you get some points. Now, obviously, the greater the combination that you do, the more points you get, right? So if it's just one key, one box, it's kind of a standard offering, so to say. But if it's one key, and maybe you unlock 3 or 4 different boxes that are connected. Now, so that's the interesting part, is that the key has to be kind of connected to a treasure box, but that treasure box may be connected to another treasure box of the same color, of course, that may then be connected to another treasure box. So it's kind of this cascading effect. So you have an opportunity to all of a sudden kind of move or get rid of a bunch of treasure boxes at once. So a couple of the things that you're going to see here that we're playing. On the far left-hand side, there's this kind of like this meter that's rising, and when that meter kind of comes, as it's going to hear in a second, you're going to see that all of a sudden these boxes arrive, these kind of like square blocks just arrive that you kind of have to deal with. It's kind of like rain in the Dr. Mario games, or even in Tetris recently, you know, when you're being targeted, more content is being pushed at you. So these items are being pushed at you, as you can see here. They then block where you might have found a key to go with the treasure box. So there becomes kind of this like pressure of, I need to look out for, you know, on the left-hand side when the next wave is coming, so to say. I also need to be aware of what's coming from above that I may have in play, and I need to be able to try and shuffle my way around stacking these treasure boxes together to make combinations. So there's kind of a lot in play here, actually. Now, they actually do give you some other options and some other kind of functions. As you can see here, I just picked up this anvil. This anvil is kind of cool. You just drop the anvil and it will clear an entire row directly below you. So if you're kind of getting stacked up, you have an ability to kind of do a quick removal. So in that case, I remove some there. There's some other options or other weapons that come into play that can kind of be advantageous for you to kind of quickly remove stuff. One of them is actually a bomb. And you can drop the bomb and it blows up, I think it's about 6 kind of squares, if you would. And then once that's done, you have an ability to move on. Now here you actually see I actually ran out of space. Left-hand corner, left-hand side, I got stacked all the way to the top, and therefore I ran out. So kind of a short game, actually. Just over 3 minutes playing it there. And you can see the top bar for a second there as you're playing in the solo. So I'm playing in solo mode right now when this was captured. You make progress going through it to kind of unlock other characters. Now, there are definitely different options. We see a online play, a solo play, a local play, and collections. So I've unlocked a couple characters, so you can jump in there as well. So one of the nice parts I do like about the game is that there really are a lot of unique functions, right? So there are, so what do we have here? We do actually have a 4-player multiplayer option, so that's pretty cool. So you could have 4 people over your house and you're playing online or playing with each other. That's fantastic. The other really neat thing here is that it is actually cross-platformed and ranked multiplayer matchmaking with exclusive seasonal rewards. So there is kind of a seasons as you would like Fortnite or Paladins or any of that, but it's not a paid season, which is great. But they have rewards locked behind those seasons, so that's really cool option as well. And there are over 100 heroes and grapplers to customize and unlock and equip. And of course, more will eventually be coming as well. And there are some familiar faces that you see as well. And actually, in the first season that they're doing right now for the Nintendo Switch, they're having some Nindy guests show up. So Zarvot is an example of it. The King of the Hat and the Juggernauts, characters from those games, Nindies, are going to show up as kind of the playable, unlockable characters here. So that's a great, again, connection with the Nindies that are out there as well. As I did mention, it is cross-platform. It arrives on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and Steam, and it is out right now, as a matter of fact, out today, which is absolutely fantastic. A couple other things I just want to mention here. It is a kind of like easy to learn idea, right? Which is, it's not overly complex. If you played puzzle games before, you can probably figure out, but very difficult to master, I will tell you that. Like, I have been playing it for quite a while, and I feel like there are times I'm like, oh, I've got this, I'm doing really well, and then all of a sudden, like, a row of these blocks will show up, and that will, that will kind of throw me off of my rhythm, right? And then you're kind of in frantic mode. Now, I actually see another drop here that we're seeing come in is the sword. I talked about before the bomb, and I talked about the anvil as well. The sword, if the anvil is kind of the vertical drop to clear a line, the sword is the horizontal drop, so it will clear that kind of left and right of you. So strategically, it can be a really good use actually to be able to clear up some of that rows that may be having some challenge for you as well. So here actually I should be getting a green stack here. This is a really good one. I had 2 combo on that one. We've got a purple key coming down here. I'm going to stack that there. That's going to help. I've got now. And here's an interesting thing. So we see that the blue key then went down and it connected directly to the treasure chest below it, but then it affected one to the right. They also have a wild card key that comes down. It's any color. It kind of flashes, or different sorts of color. Really cool option as well. So if you're kind of stuck, you're waiting for that key, you have an opportunity to kind of make some solves if you need to very quickly. Here's a good combo as well. So we got a 3 combo on that, and it's ×2. So I did 3 treasure boxes. Trying to stack. I'm trying to be strategic here and stacking like green all together, and of course now I've got this the kind of rain or defensive block shows up, and so that's frustrating. But here we are, folks. Right here we are. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I definitely enjoy it. To the point again, it is challenging. Like, there is no doubt that you are going to have some challenges in the play of it. Not like it's crazy, like this is frustrating, but it's it takes a bit of getting used to, for sure, right? It's it's all about catering to solo and multiplayer puzzle fans, which I think is great, right? So you can either do it on your own, or you can be have people over and do it as well. There's a wide variety of modes: challenge modes, party modes up to 4 friends, local versus, and of course being online as well. Now, in this recording, we're going to show you online a little bit and kind of see how that works, because I think that's actually probably where some of the most fun of this game comes in. So yeah, now there are a couple things I will say here. I'm playing with the Pro controller. I find sometimes I'm having difficulty just landing, kind of arranging where I want to be, moving treasure box exactly where I want. Sometimes it doesn't feel like I'm connecting properly. I don't necessarily think that's the system glitch or a system error. I think that might just be me having a bit of difficulty with the controllers potentially. Yeah, so that's something to kind of just be aware of in that. Again, I don't think that's, it's horrible. It just feels like it's a bit sticky sometimes for where I want to be or when I want to be. I know what I'm trying to do, but I'm not able to do it. So that, again, that may be part of that, like, easy to understand or easy to do, but hard to master. So Yeah. All right, so we're going to finish off this round here. There we go, and there we go. There is our, again, another round there. Top bar, as we can see, is making progress. That will eventually unlock customized grapples or characters as well. Yeah, so that is kind of a couple rounds of Treasure Stack. Again, available out now on the Nintendo Switch. What I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to jump over and play an online mode. So we're going to do that right now. So bear with me 1 second. All right, so let's jump into this, shall we? We are going to jump into some online play here. We've got a couple options here. We have private, casual, and season. I'm going to try out season. Now, you can see there's some rewards down there that you get the opportunity to obviously win at the end of the season. So we're going to jump on connecting to the master servers. Now, the master servers just went live as the game came online this week. So this is going to be my first online experience game. So here we go. I'm on the left-hand side. I don't know who the player is on the right. I don't have any information about them. But here we go. So interestingly enough here, so we've got the kind of the column on the left-hand side where previously we saw the stacks of lava or rocks kind of fall on the rain. That appears to be, from what I'm seeing here, as the other person is completing a task or unlocking a treasure, that is filling up your kind of meter on the left-hand side. So so that's an interesting kind of approach, a little bit different. So something to be aware of. So again, we're seeing the good actions that they are doing. Again, the idea of, like, if I use Tetris 99 as a prime example, the targeting or attacking, as that meter fills up, then of course we are going to have a drop of these kind of blocks against us, which are going to create anxiety and create chaos here. So far, it's a pretty tied game. We're doing all right. Now they've got 8 points by well, they're getting up there. So here we go. Again, don't know anything about the player, don't know where they're located. The connection is stable, which is great. No internet no drops, so that's good. Playing online. He's sending me, or he or she, the player is sending me a lot of, my meter on the left-hand side is filling up, so I'm going to get stuff sent to me. I don't feel like I'm going to do well in this round, just as a general comment. There we go. It's relatively tight. I've got 23. They've got 26. Yeah, I don't know. Here we go. It's interesting, at least. Yeah, it's never good when you look at someone else's screen. They have, like, their area is still, fully empty pretty much, and you're kind of scrambling to figure out what you're going to do. Like, that's a pretty good sign you're not going to do well. So here we go. Trying to pick up and move some of these stacks so that they are not stacking too high and obviously causing me to tap out and lose. I don't want to do that. Also being aware of where the drop is coming from. You can see that at the top of your screen, or kind of the section you're playing at, there's an arrow, kind of 6 columns or 6 kind of designated spots, and there is an arrow that indicates where your next drop is coming out of. And kind of a white dot with it. So that allows you to kind of proactively be there, and if you need to use your grappling hook to pull items down. So again, being aware and of what's going on. Now I'm looking at the scoreboard already. We're at 67, I am myself, and he or she's at 87, 88 now, so 89. So from a points perspective, I don't think I'm going to do well, but we'll see what happens here. I don't think I've also sent them any blocks or rain, whatever you want to call it, so I don't feel like that's going well for me. I feel like I'm definitely just kind of getting on and surviving right now. So again, I think, as we're watching this online game, if you are a fan of puzzle games, you are a fan of, stack 'em games, I think this is a great addition to the Nintendo Switch. It's retailing at $19.99 USD. It's on the Nintendo Switch eShop right now, which is absolutely great. Apparently, the European eShop has a 10% off launch week discount, so that could be something that maybe you might be interested in if you're thinking about it. But it is, you know, there isn't a ton of games probably in this space currently on the Switch for you to get into. So this may definitely be filling a void. Obviously, Tetris 99 having shown up a week or two ago kind of fills some of that as well, and that's free. But I think this is definitely, you know, a different approach to that method, right? Different approach to that idea, and it's a good indie developer. So giving them some support and love, I think, is always important. So I definitely recommend, like, I'm going to come back and play it. Again, I love the fact that, you know, like most puzzle games, the matches are short, right? Between 3 to 5 minutes. I'm actually surprised I'm still surviving this long in this match, although I suspect that won't be for very long. But it is definitely worth, I think, your time and energy to check out. It's a lot of fun. I think it's also, you know, good to, you know, 4-player local party game, right? Again, those are always good to have when people come over and you bust off some Joy-Cons, and let's stack some treasure boxes, shall we? Let's see what happens. A good kind of twist on the kind of a given formula. Oh, here we go. Left-hand side. Oh, okay. I was able to clear off a couple there. Starting to get into a little bit of a panic mode. Starting to fret. Their score is 168. I'm at 158. Yeah, and I just got blocks dropped on me. So this is going to be panicky. Panicky. Ooh, tension. And again, I'm looking at their screen, and they have like almost no blocks or no treasure blocks in there. And now, obviously, I'm starting to get warning signs at the top of mine. Like, this is just gonna go. I'm just gonna go from bad to worse any moment now. Thanks for watching this journey of me failing at this, but let's see what happens, shall we? Oh, look at that. Okay, so I feel like I'm saving myself a bit on the hind foot, but I feel like I'm making some progress, making my way in the world today. There we go. Okay. Wow. Okay. I just saved myself. That was. I'm gonna say this right now. Again, a great example of. I don't really know how I did that. It felt like it was a little bit of frantic luck, but it seemed to have worked. Pushing him or the other player some blocks right now very quickly, so that's great for me. Let's see what happens. I mean, the game has shifted. I'm at 347. They're at 250. Yeah, this appears to have shifted the game very quickly, and they're stacking far on the right-hand side. Did I just pull this out of the bag? No way. Seriously? I won. That is fantastic. Yay! Ha ha ha. And there's our quick little celebration scene as well. Guys, that is it for Treasure Stack. Available now on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Big thanks to Pixelake for handing us and sending us a review copy. We greatly appreciate it. And guys, thanks so much for supporting Nintendo Dads. Take care. Bye-bye.